Samantha Barlow is about half the weight she once was.
You go in first.
Okay, I'll go close the water.
And like so many young Australian women,
Too cold.
she's lived with the agony of an eating disorder. It's a mental illness as savage and deadly as depression or schizophrenia. But instead of helping cure her problems, Sam's psychiatrist made her so much worse. You said that he'd ruined your life.
Destroyed it.
Destroyed your life. In what way?
All these things that he'd put in my head and he'd ingrained in me, I still can't get rid of them.
Are you much worse than you were when you started with him?
Definitely. Physically and mentally.
Dr. Tan has robbed me of my will to live. Physically, I ache and struggle to function. I struggle to find the energy to not just enjoy my life, but also sustain it.
At 22, Samantha should be leaping into life, bubbling with hope and with dreams.
It started during a session where he very slowly...
But right now, she's composing what's called a victim's impact statement, words she may decide to read in court about Dr. Ming Tan, the psychiatrist who abused her trust.
During sessions, he would put his hand up my dress, over my undies, and try to touch me. On 2 occasions, Dr. Tan had kissed me and moved his tongue across my lips, trying to get in my mouth, but my lips were pressed very tightly and he gave up.
I do. I like to.
There are days when Sam's bright and articulate and funny.
And she's even got a lead.
You can't feel the pain of doing it yourself either, you know, in and out.
And then there are Sam's other days,
Yeah, I don't
when hope and help seem way beyond her.
them to work because I hate myself so much.
I'm really saddened to see you like this. This is really...
Sorry. No, it's the people that want to help you can't, and the people that can help you won't.
What do you want done? Do you want to go to hospital? Is that what you want? Do you want to be admitted
I
to
can't
hospital?
be in hospital. Hospital scares me because I can't protect myself, because I can't defend myself, because someone could do something to me and no one would even believe me and I wouldn't be able to leave the situation.
You mean like Dr. Tan did?
Yeah.
How he owns the beach. When we took him to Nana's and he had the beach on his own, and then we took
The Barlow family is as loving and it seems as normal as you can get.
off every time she went down to the water.
He was 8 weeks old.
Sam's the middle child of 3 kids to Darren and Paulette Barlow.
25th of the first mum's birthday.
Mum's birthday, so you would have been 3.
They were childhood sweethearts, married 25 years ago, and they're lucky enough to have grown up with their kids.
Really, it was my favourite outfit and I didn't pick it up, so it
Is
went
that
up
the time we just went up to Queensland?
To this quintessential Aussie couple, anorexia and bulimia were a foreign language, a disease they'd barely heard of, until at age 14, Samantha's life suddenly changed.
I didn't realise that it was common, and I really didn't think that it would be my world. So looking for symptoms of something like that just wasn't on my radar. So I really didn't think that it could happen in my house and I wouldn't know.
Is it agony? Is that too extreme to say it's agony for the family, for the parents?
No, it's not too extreme. It is agony.
As parents, we started to question, had we done something wrong? Our other 2 kids also, were affected by all this as well.
Sure.
So I think when you have someone going through with an eating disorder, everyone is suffering. We really just didn't know what to do.
Just 18, after 4 long, agonising years of this manic disease, starving, binging and throwing up, Samantha's body is so wasted that she has a heart attack. She's stabilised up the road at the local hospital. Then she's brought here to the Northside Clinic as a full-time patient. It's here that she meets a young, charismatic, very clever psychiatrist, Dr. Ming Tan, and he takes control of her life.
What did you see about Dr. Tan? Why did you think he might be able to help?
Because he told me he'd never give up on me. And I have doctors that just literally gave up on me and were like, too hard basket, go see someone else.
But in 2011, Dr. Tan's psychiatric treatment of Samantha turned sinister and sexual.
I mean, there was two things going on in that room. There was therapy and there was the sexual abuse. They were happening at the very same time, and it was very hard to go, okay, this is happening, but he's talking about my ECG at the moment.
He's trained to play with people's minds. That's what he was doing to you.
Yeah, he was really good at it too. And as well, if I questioned him, it was, well, you're quite provocative. I was called provocative quite a lot.
You've provoked him.
Yeah. Or, you know, yes, Sam, but you are wearing makeup today and you did shave your legs. What were you expecting? So, yeah, like...
It was your fault.
Yeah.
These sessions with Dr. Tan, 2 and 3 times a week, were often conducted behind a locked door with the lights out. And for this outrageous therapy, Tan was the highest paid consultant at the clinic.
One night, when I was in his office for 2 hours and the door was locked and the lights were off, and halfway through the session when he was, doing things to me, and just like, and in my head I was saying, stop, 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 stop. And a nurse had come to do category checks, The
nurses had to see you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they came knocking on the door, and Dr. Tan had put his hand over my mouth, and they just disappeared and they never came back. And they...
Even though the door was locked and the lights were off?
Yeah.
When the lights are off and the doors are locked, you query why that sort of long consultation that occurred several times a week in some instances was necessary, particularly the time of night, particularly when site checks were conducted but not followed through.
Sally Gleeson is Samantha's lawyer, a no-nonsense specialist in medical negligence. You'd want Ms Gleeson in your corner if you decided to take on a hospital.
We're talking about a high-end facility, an exclusive facility where people pay lots of money to ensure that their family members, loved ones got the best treatment possible, and they've come out much worse off than when they went in.
This happened under your watch?
Of course it was under our watch, but it's a very complex situation. He basically, we believed, groomed the whole organisation so that his behaviour would go undetected.
Anne Mortimer is the CEO of the Northside Group, part of the biggest private psychiatric hospital network in the world.
We have dissected this case in every possible way
and
that
no
we
one
can
knew.
dissect
No one
it.
even suspected.
Nobody has felt that they suspected Dr. Tan of sexually abusing his patients. No one.
Should they have known?
Yes, definitely. We send our daughter to a hospital, a private facility. You think they've got processes in place to protect their patients, and to find out that's going on in a hospital, I'm horrified.
Tan finally fronted a judge here in the New South Wales District Court. And the rogue psychiatrist pleaded guilty to having sexually abused not just Sam, but 3 other young women patients. And altogether, 12 women patients have spoken to the police. There is a bizarre, creepy pattern to Tan's criminal behaviour.
Did he say you were special?
Yes.
He did?
I was special. He loved me. All of that.
But you know now that he was grooming you. You know now that he was controlling you. You didn't know then?
Definitely not. I don't know, I thought it was only me he was doing it to, and you kind of sit there going, oh, well, at least he's not doing this to my friends.
Did he tell you that? No one else would help you?
Yeah.
Except him?
Well, yes. He was. He loved me, and I was special, and he would be the only one. He's the only one that appreciates that.
But I'm not talking about one woman. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 at least who went through this grooming and this process, and nobody at Northside knew.
No. The nature of the abuser is extremely cunning, extremely manipulative. Dr. Tan had 2 faces.
Did you check to see how widespread? Did you go out to see if there are more women who were victims of him?
Yes.
And are you convinced there are no more?
Well, we're not going... No, I'm not convinced. We don't understand the nature of his abuse, the extent of his abuse.
Did you want to confront him?
Yeah, I wanted to kill him. I mean, I think the hardest thing as a father, you know, when you can't do things to protect your children.
Is the anger still there? You're still angry?
Yeah, 100%, yep.
Yeah.
That you can't... Sorry, can I cry?
Dr. Tan, do you have anything to say at all? Anything to say to the women? Say you're sorry, any remorse? Are there any other women involved? Dr. Ming Tan plea bargained. He pleaded guilty to lesser sexual crimes against the 4 women patients. Tan argued that he himself was suffering both bipolar and depression and was not responsible for his aberrant behaviour. The judge sentenced him to 3 years jail with a 2-year non-parole term. As a lawyer, Sally, was a 3-year sentence enough?
My view is that it was not long enough, particularly since, as I said, these girls will carry this for the rest of their lives.
And it won't be easy. Sam's bravery in speaking out has certainly ended Dr. Tan's grubby psychiatric career. Now Sam and her family have to pick up the pieces and move on. Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic?
Always. She's very strong. She's very determined.
You know, we only want to see her be successful. Just be the best that she can be. No expectations from us, just be happy.
For Sam and the other women, for whom Dr. Ming Tan turned therapy into something predatory, it's about finally getting well once again.
So over time I've definitely wanted to get better, realised that I want to get better and I don't want this life. I've also realised that the minute I want to get better, I can't get better, if that makes sense. Like, it's not simply just wanting to get better. It's about more than that.
You're going to beat it?
Yeah, I will. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of time.
Hello, I'm Liz Hayes. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9 Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.